Hi, Chris Popper here in Bangor, and I'm with Coach Josette Babineau up at the University of Maine. Of course, the longtime Maine Field Hockey coach. And Coach, it's been a whirlwind 4 days since you've had team members there. Tell us what you've been doing and how things have gone.
Yeah, it's been busy. So Thursday of last week was our like official report day. So that day was more administrative. And then Friday was our first day of practice. Today, this morning, we just completed our practice. So today is our fourth day as a team. So yeah, it's been busy. So Friday, we had a session, kind of on the lighter side, progressing people back. Worked with our strength and conditioning coach in the afternoon, and then Saturday and Sunday we were here just in double sessions. So we had practice in the morning and afternoon on both those days, and then this morning we just moved practice up by an hour, just the heat of the session. Our session was supposed to be 10 to 12, so we went 9 to 11. Still doing very well as a team. And then this afternoon they'll be inside, but they'll be with our strength and conditioning coach at 4. And we have a team meeting tonight to go over some strategy. So yes, it's been busy.
It's been busy for sure. And I mean, the heat, I mean, it's 91 here right now in Bangor. I mean, this is going to make things a little challenging, but as I talked to Coach Atherley this morning, he's like, look, we play in the heat. We got to train in the heat, but you got to do it smartly.
Right. Yeah, we've had to do that with our team too. We haven't talked too much about the heat, but we just have been talking about our progression back. The first session, like I said, would have been considered a light session, and then the sessions on the weekend were moderate, but they're still like 2 sessions a day. And today was moderate. We're kind of staying in that phase and just giving a lot of breaks to keep our training load, in that moderate phase. And to be honest, I mean, I know probably the answer of the player might be different, but I think I know it's a little bit hotter today, but I think the sessions have been kind of in similar heat, from Friday to today. And yeah,
Right.
we will have some games, coming up. Um, we're leaving at the end of the week to scrimmage, and I'm sure that'll be in some heat. So the August games and some of the September games, we do have to play, and so obviously the practices prepare us, as best as possible for those conditions.
Well, I mean, and you talked about just getting it hands on with everybody. Your first exhibition game is this Thursday, August 14th, down at BU. And then you turn right around and have another one at the 16th.
Right. So like we're gonna just travel the same day for the BU scrimmage because it's gonna be an evening scrimmage. And so we'll play, yeah, so like it's exactly what you're saying. So we do need those games, right? Are we ready to play a game as a team? Are the players individually as ready as possible? Like obviously not, but the other team will be in the same situation. So really just approaching those games as an opportunity to play, like instead of playing each other right at practice, it's just an opportunity to play a game which is more like a practice against the other team. And I think that it's needed. It's a little early, but I think it's needed, to just get those games and get in those situations, and it'll help us progress, our training for the following week after playing those games.
Well, and then, you're right. Then you have 13 days before you open up at home against Boston College and in Indiana on Labor Day weekend. So there's a game that Friday and again a game on Monday, and then it's like off to the races.
Right. I mean, and that's probably one of our most demanding weekends with like an ACC opponent on the first day and then a Big Ten opponent, on the second day. But also feel like we have to be exposed to that caliber, and it's okay that it's early to do that. And our team's always excited to play whatever team, is on our schedule for that challenge. We had a very challenging opening weekend last season and we did okay. And, that's kind of the approach that we're taking for the start of our season. But we also know that we, I'm kind of wanting to take a little bit more of a progression, to the season with our team because we have a lot of new players and new players that are going to be, playing roles and then returning players that will be in new roles too. So really need to allow everyone, time to, use those games as progression games so that we can be as competitive as possible for the conference at the end of in October.
Yeah.
Right.
You have so many new players and players from different countries. How is the assimilation going? And we were joking before we started. You've got to teach everybody how to eat Maine lobster.
Right. No, it's going really well. I this today, I was wondering how our session would be because we did bump it up a little bit earlier and we stayed on the field a little late yesterday, so there wasn't a lot of time. And I'm not, we are still sort of assessing our first year's players in terms of their, what skill set they have, but also just their general like fitness, right, to the season, because we have people who play field hockey in the summertime and we have people who don't play as much. And I thought this morning I would see maybe a little bit of a difference in their energy, but I've been so happy with the energy of the group. It is they have brought great energy to every session. They've taken on every day together. It seems like they're really making an effort to concentrate on being very supportive towards each other and getting to know each other. And I'm seeing that in the practices, as well as they're spending a lot of time off the field, right? They're still eating together at the dining hall and we're having some team meetings in the evenings and we're spending some time together. So it is only day 4, but we have spent quite a bit of time and I'm just really happy with just everyone's mindset so far because as we get tired, we know that it's harder to get yourself going, for the training sessions and everyone's been handling it well, both like mentally and also, physically so far, we've been doing well.
Uh, are you going to stay down in Massachusetts after the 14th? So that's kind of like a built-in icebreaker then.
Right. So after the Boston game, we are going to travel to UMass, so we will be there for 2 days, but we will have the Saturday to be there, and we'll have a very light session on the Saturday, and we'll do some video work probably from like the day before, but hopefully well, I know we will take a little bit of time to go into town, you know what I mean, and
Right.
have meals together and stuff. So it will be another good time just to get away from campus for a couple days and then come back, obviously.
And well, as I talked to Coach Atherley, it's part of teaching everyone of the Black Bear way how to travel. I
Right.
mean, because you do have um, quite a few road trips this year, and what to prepare, what to expect, and you get
Yep.
that all out of the way at the beginning before the season really counts.
Right. I mean, it is chaotic for the first year players when you're traveling for the first time to make sure that we're all organized. And exactly what you said, they still do not know what that looks like, right? So they don't know, like, we meet the bus at this time and we load the bus and we help put all our things in. And, we travel with quite a bit of extra things as well. And what does the bus ride look like? I mean, a little bit untypical that we'll bus on the same day that we play, but I think we can handle that. And then yeah, just the hotel and what happens in meetings, when we're away and yeah, no, I think that is a big part of it. So it's okay that it's an exhibition game, to do it for the first time.
Do they? And I don't know. does the equipment manager packs all their bags, or I mean, who packs the bags and who's responsible for making sure you got your mouth guard, you got both shoes, a left and a right one, you got the right color socks and everything. Who who
Uh,
who does all that?
a little bit of everyone. So yes, the equipment manager is very busy right now with a lot of things. Yes, we're very lucky to have an equipment manager that pays attention to us fully. So he will put all of the things that they need for the games, like their uniform and everything. He will like put it in each player's like individual space in their locker room. And then Michelle Simpson and Leslie typically do the itinerary of the trip and send it out to the players. And they always have a little bit of a packing list on there so that they make sure that they go through all the items that you just said, right? The important items that are harder to get if we forget something when we're on the road.
Right.
Yeah, so a lot of administration, and then hopefully each other in the locker room a little bit to hold each other accountable. We've like buddied them up, but to make sure that they yeah, it's easy to forget things when you're talking about that many things, but it does happen from time to time. We do our best with the details.
Right. I suppose the mouth guard's okay. Maybe even a field hockey stick is okay,
Right.
but the
Uh,
skirt, no, that's
yeah,
bad news if you
or bad
forget
news,
that.
yeah.
Right. And the shoes, yeah, that's really bad news.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot involved in it for sure.
right.
Um, what what can we expect this year? Tell us, for fans that are,
Right.
wanting to see the field hockey team, what can we expect this year?
I guess like a lot of new faces, and I think that's the excitement part of the season and college sports, right? I mean, we only have people for a limited amount of time. They will graduate, and it's so that to me is the excitement is seeing new people in different roles and just seeing how they're progressing and seeing their performances at practice and can't wait to see we're home for the opening weekend and for a couple weekends, so I think it's a good opportunity for us to be in front of our fans and hopefully create some excitement for our season. But yes, a lot of newcomers, and I think people always get excited to see sort of the talent level of the new class as well. So I think that that'll be good, and we'll see how things progress. But yes, a lot of new faces this year.
We talked. Oh, there's my dog. We
Mm.
talked 2 weeks ago about Poppy not being on the team. Have you spoken to her during the summer, or does she have any words? Oh my word! Uh, any words to the team or anything? Has she spoken with you or the team?
I don't know about the team. I only saw her like sort of beginning of summer, when she was leaving at the end of the school year. I know she's in the Boston area,
Yeah.
so
It would. I mean, maybe she's going to meet you guys down in Boston.
yeah, I think it might be a little early. I'm not sure she's fully started there because we did have the discussion that typically the players that we have in that Boston area come to our games when we're in that
Right.
area. But she was saying that she had looked at the schedule and that it didn't seem like because those Boston teams are coming to us this year that we were going to be there. So she didn't think that there might be an opportunity to meet us for a game. So we'll just have to entice her to come back to campus for a weekend, right?
Right. I mean, it's not like Boston's that far from
Right.
me. Well, I guess it is, but no. All right, Coach. Best of luck this week. We look forward to talking with you next week. Find out how the exhibition games have gone, and look forward to the beginning of the season.
All right. Well, thank you so much.